What if everything you believe to be real is nothing more than shadows on a wall? This is the question Plato asks in his Allegory of the Cave. Today, we'll dive into one of the most iconic philosophical ideas ever put forth. So, settle into your seats as we take a journey from darkness into light. Plato was a student of Socrates and the teacher of Aristotle. Plato is known for his unique ideas that blend metaphysics, ethics, and politics. The Allegory of the Cave, found in his work The Republic, is perhaps his most famous contribution to philosophy. In Plato's Allegory of the Cave, we're asked to imagine a group of prisoners who have lived chained inside a dark cave their entire lives, facing a blank wall. They can't move their heads and have no knowledge of the world outside the cave, a world they've never seen. Behind the prisoners is a fire, and between the fire and the prisoners is a raised walkway where puppeteers move objects to cast shadows on the wall that the prisoners are facing. To these prisoners, the shadows are their reality. They are unaware that they are shadows and believe them to be true forms of the objects they represent. The prisoners even attribute forms of honor and prestige to those who can remember which shadows have passed and can best predict the future shadows. One day, a prisoner is freed. With this freedom comes pain and confusion as the firelight is blinding. Gradually, the prisoner adjusts and starts to see the objects casting the shadows. This realization is shocking, and the prisoner struggles to understand what he sees. However, in time he begins to comprehend that the shadows on the cave wall are not reality as he had thought. They are mere illusions of the actual objects. Next, the prisoner is dragged out of the cave into the world above. At first, the brilliant sunlight hurts his eyes, and it's easier to look at shadows than at the real objects. But eventually, he is able to look at the sun and contemplate its role in creating seasons and the time of day. He sees the sun as the ultimate source of life and knowledge, the form of the good. When the prisoner returns to the cave, he is blinded by the darkness. He tries to tell the other prisoners about the real world he has seen, but they cannot comprehend it. In fact, they think the journey has harmed him as he's stumbling in the darkness, and they resist any attempt to free them, fearing they would meet a similar fate. The Allegory of the Cave is Plato's metaphor for the journey of philosophical enlightenment. The cave symbolizes the world perceived by our senses. The shadows on the wall represent the superficial and misleading perceptions of the world that most of us are confined to. The journey from the cave into the sunlight and the prisoner's adjustment to the outer world symbolizes the journey to philosophical enlightenment and understanding the higher realm of ideas. The sun represents the ultimate truth, the form of the good, which is the ultimate goal of philosophical enlightenment. Plato's allegory isn't just a dramatic narrative, it's a metaphor for human perception and knowledge. The cave symbolizes the world perceived by our senses, and the outside world represents the realm of ideas, illuminated by the ultimate form of good, symbolized by the sun. Plato uses this allegory to argue for the philosopher's role in society, to understand the ultimate truth and help others to see it as well. The Allegory of the Cave is one of the most influential and widely studied teachings in philosophy, and its impact can be felt far beyond the discipline. This impactful metaphor has endured and remains deeply relevant in our world today, thousands of years after Plato first shared it. In a broader cultural context, Plato's allegory has greatly influenced arts, literature, and film. Various interpretations of the allegory have been represented in numerous cultural productions, highlighting its continuing relevance and impact. More importantly, the allegory's central theme, the quest for truth and understanding, resonates profoundly in today's society, where we grapple with distinguishing reality from illusion in an age of pervasive digital media and fake news. It challenges us to critically question our perceptions and seek deeper truths. And exercise more necessary now than ever before. In terms of philosophy, Plato's Allegory of the Cave has laid down a foundation for other philosophical theories and thoughts. For example, the German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche's idea of the will to power can be seen as an extension of the allegory, where the liberated prisoner's ascent to the outside world symbolizes one's will to power and self-realization. In the realm of psychology, the allegory has also played a significant role. It has helped shape theories about human perception and cognition, illustrating how our understanding of reality is shaped by our sensory experiences and how we can transcend these limitations through intellectual and philosophical inquiry. Overall, the legacy of Plato's Allegory of the Cave is immense and far-reaching, continuing to stimulate philosophical debate, challenge our perception of reality, and inspire introspection about our own lives. From the perspective of Nocturnity, Plato's Allegory of the Cave holds a special significance. It provides a metaphorical framework for the transformative journey that many individuals in the Nocturnity community experience. As stated before, in Nocturnity, the night doesn't necessarily represent literal nighttime, but can symbolize periods of darkness, solitude, or struggle in one's life. In the context of the allegory, these nights are akin to the cave where the prisoners reside, trapped in a reality of shadows, misconceptions, and illusions. Plato's allegory resonates with Nocturnity as it echoes the group's ethos of seeking enlightenment and personal growth during these dark phases. Just as the prisoner in the allegory escapes the cave and ascends towards the light, members of Nocturnity view their nights as an opportunity to break free from the illusions and misconceptions that cloud their perception, to seek clarity and a more profound understanding of themselves and the world. This escape and the journey towards enlightenment, however, is not easy. It requires a willingness to challenge one's perceptions, to confront the discomfort of change, and to endure the blinding light of truth. It's this journey, filled with introspection and self-analysis, that Nocturnity encourages during times of personal darkness. Moreover, the allegory's emphasis on dialogue and shared knowledge reflects Nocturnity's focus on community and shared experiences. Like the freed prisoner who returns to the cave to enlighten others, members of Nocturnity are encouraged to share their insights and learnings, creating a community of shared wisdom and support. In essence, Plato's Allegory of the Cave represents a roadmap for the transformative journeys that Nocturnity encourages, highlighting the potential within each night to lead to a more enlightened day. The practical insights from Plato's Allegory of the Cave are profound. Let's explore some ways you can apply the lessons from this philosophical text in your daily life. Number 1. Embrace questioning. Like the prisoners who questioned their reality, don't accept things at face value. Cultivate a spirit of curiosity and inquiry. Question the status quo, the beliefs you held for years, the societal norms you're accustomed to. This is the first step towards breaking free from your cave. Second, seek the truth. The prisoners were content with the shadows because they did not know there was a brighter, truer reality waiting for them. Similarly, you should always strive to discover the truth, even if it's uncomfortable or unsettling. Seek knowledge, engage with diverse perspectives, and continuously educate yourself. Third, don't fear change. The journey from darkness to light is symbolic of change and transformation. Recognize that change, while often scary, is a natural part of growth and development. Embrace change even when it's difficult, and view it as a chance to learn and grow. Fourth, share your knowledge. Like the enlightened prisoner who returned to the cave, don't hoard your knowledge and insights. Share them with others and help them grow as well. We all have a role in illuminating the paths of others with our own light. Number 5, support and empathy. Realize that everyone is on their own journey and that understanding might come at different paces for different people. Offer support and show empathy to those around you who might still be finding their way out of the cave. By implementing these steps, you can harness the power of Plato's allegory of the cave in your daily life, helping you navigate your own nights with insight and courage. Remember, each night holds the potential for a brighter day. So, let's explore, grow, and illuminate together. Hopefully, this exploration of Plato's allegory of the cave inspires you to seek knowledge and growth, even during your darkest times. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and remember, the night is dark and full of terrors. Until next time, seek the light.